Giving all honor, glory, praises to the Most High and His Son. Thank Him for another opportunity to get it right. Another opportunity to learn of our four ways and our five ways. Today's class topic is the lost sheep of Israel must regain a flock mentality. That's right. The lost sheep of Israel must regain a flock mentality. We'll start off with 2 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. 2 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. Read that.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. And above all things.
2 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. It's 3 and 8.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, be not arrogant of this one thing.
Read.
That one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Understanding Israel, you ignorant of anything else, one thing that we should not be ignorant of is time.
That's right.
How the Father perceives time. For as it is written, one day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. Divide the 24 hours of the day by 1,000 years. 1,000 years divided by 24 hours of the day.
Bring it out.
1 hour is 41 years.
That's right.
Some of us haven't even lived for an hour yet.
Bring it out.
Some of us have just barely made it to be living for an hour.
Bring it out.
When you truly understand time, you understand this. Give me some rock. Chapter 6 and verse 27. Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 27. Read this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 27. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee.
Search and seek, and wisdom. Wisdom, which is the mother of us all. Wisdom shall be what? Read.
Known unto thee.
Wisdom shall be made known unto thee. Search and seek, so that wisdom may be known unto thee. Read.
And when thou hast got hold of her.
And we have gotten hold of wisdom in the short time that we do have. Once you lay hold on wisdom of the truth, read.
Let her not go.
Never let it go. Never let it go. Understanding Israel, do not. It's time that we have it for granted. Last topic today is Israel must regain a flock mentality. Where Israel, first and foremost, Israel is one thing that we must understand. Give me Psalms chapter 78, verse 1. Psalms chapter 78, verse 1. When you get there, brother, read that.
Psalms chapter 78 and verse 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law.
All our fathers commanded his sons and his daughters just to give ear. Read.
Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old.
Read.
Which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength.
And his what?
And his strength.
Come down to verse 52.
Verse 52. But made his own people go forth like sheep.
He made us to go forth like sheep. We must understand in the Father's eyes, we are his sheep.
That's right.
Read that again.
But made his own people go forth like sheep.
Like what?
Like sheep.
Read.
And guided them in the wilderness like a flock.
Like a what?
Like a flock.
Like a flock. Compared it to sheep. Guided in a flock. And we must understand. Let's break some down. The sheep. As we all know, a sheep is a prey animal.
That's right. Get out.
The sheep is a prey animal that moves in flocks.
That's right.
That moves in flocks. And understand, Israel, just like sheep are a prey animal, Israel, we are the prey here.
That's right.
Give me Psalms chapter 44, verse 22. Psalms chapter 44, verse 22. When you get there, brother, read this.
Psalms chapter 44, verse 22. Yea, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter.
We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. What things are sheep hunted for? They hunted for their meat. Sheep are hunted for their fur, for the properties that they possess. So how can one say we equate to a sheep? What are the things that we are hunted for?
Bring it out.
But first and foremost, Israel, we must understand that this system, that this beast, it wants our mind.
That's right.
It wants our mind.
Bring it out.
It also wants our time.
That's right.
It wants our time. It wants our energy. Just like the sheep is hunted as prey, these are the things we're hunted for. They want us for our mind. They want to strip us of our time.
Bring it out.
Strip us of our energy. Strip us of our knowledge. Even strip us of our organs.
Bring it out. Right.
These are things that we must understand, Israel, and that we must regain a flock mentality to secure our protection.
That's right.
Give me Romans chapter 8, verse 36. Romans chapter 8 and verse 36. When you get there, brother, read that.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
We are accounted as the sheep of the slaughter. Look around. Look around.
Bring it out.
Being robbed of our minds.
Bring it out.
Being stripped of our time, our energy, our knowledge, our organs. Surely we are counted as sheep of the slaughter.
That's right.
Surely. Give me 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Read this.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober.
That's why it's important for us as sheep. We must be sober.
That's right. Be vigilant.
Being vigilant. Just like a sheep out there in the wilderness. Any herd animal in the wilderness. Making sure that he's sober and vigilant. Read.
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Seeking whom he may devour. Israel, this system predicates on devouring us. It thrives on devouring us.
That's right.
We understand these core principles. We are the sheep accounted slaughter.
That's right.
It's us. It is us. Give me Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 8. We have to pound this in our head, Israel. We are the lost sheep of Israel.
That's right.
Surely we must learn how to move like one. Read this.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse 8. As I live, said the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey.
Surely because his flock became a prey. Think the Lord don't see the things being done to his sons and his daughters down here?
Bring it out.
Surely read that again.
As I live, said the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey.
Become a prey. Being devoured on all aspects. The sons are devouring our sons. Getting killed off with this food.
Bring it out.
Dealing with our health.
Teach.
Fighting a losing war, a losing battle, a losing attack from all aspects, from all angles.
That's right.
Read that again.
As I live, said the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey.
Surely because the flock, his people have become a prey. Who's his flock? Give me Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 17. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 17. Read this.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 17. Israel is scattered sheep.
Israel is a scattered sheep. We are the sheep of this pasture.
That's right.
It's imperative that we regain our flock mentality. Because surely we've been led astray. Go back to Ezekiel 34 and 8. Surely we have been accounted for the slaughter, accounted as prey. Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 8. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 8. As I live, said the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field.
Everyone props on our downfall.
Bring it out.
everyone in every nation profits on our downfall. Our labor, our time we exalted, our energy we exalted. Everything profits on our downfall.
That's right.
And these are the things we must understand.
That's right.
Read.
Because there was no shepherd.
Because there was no what?
No shepherd.
Because, man, we have...
Bring it out.
Here's where we separate ourselves from Christ.
That's right.
We brought everything that we reaping right now upon ourselves.
That's right. Teach. Bring it out.
Surely we have no shepherd. Surely we need a savior.
That's right.
Surely we need Christ.
That's right.
Because without him, man, we just gonna keep getting dogged out.
That's right.
Read.
Neither did my shepherds search for my flock.
Read.
But the shepherds feed themselves and fed not my flock.
That's all I want, man. That's all I want. Here's where we understand that we are sheep. But we must also regain our flock mentality.
That's right.
What are the benefits of a flock? Let's get that. Bring it on the front screen. Zoom in a little bit. Read that.
There are several benefits to be gained by gathering into groups with others of the same species, including safety from predators.
Moving as a flock, it guarantees safety. Read.
Access to mates.
Reproduction. Ensuring that our children are in safe hands. Read.
And help in finding food.
That's all I want on that. Truly understanding the importance of the flock. It guarantees protection. It guarantees survival. It guarantees foods and resources. Everybody playing a part contributing.
That's right.
It guarantees the security of our youth. And at the end of the day, each person has his neighbor's best interest at heart.
That's right.
Give me Sirach chapter 37, verse 25. Surely we are sheep of the pasture. Surely we are the flock of the Most High and His Son. But these things we must understand. Read this.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 25. The days of...
Yes, sir. Read that.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 25. The days of the life of a man may be numbered.
The days of a life of an individual sheep may be numbered. Just like the days of an individual man is numbered. But read.
But the days of Israel are innumerable.
But the days of the herd, the days of the flock are innumerable. As long as they securing each other, protecting each other, loving each other, surely the flock will live on.
That's right.
As long as we protecting each other, loving each other, raising, securing our children, our resources, our foundation, surely the nation will live on.
That's right.
Read that again.
The days of the life of a man may be numbered.
See, brother, it's bigger than you. Sister, it's bigger than you. Read.
But the days of Israel are innumerable.
It's the nation that lives on forever.
That's right.
It's the nation that lives on forever.
That's right.
And then the only way that we could truly live on forever is we regain our flock mentality.
That's right.
For the flock is equal to the nation.
That's right.
The flock is equal, is parallel to the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Parallel. Each individual person, each individual sheep, come. Their days are numbered.
Bring it out.
But the days of the flock, but the days of the nation. Read.
As a wise man.
Now read from the top again.
The days of the life of a man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
But the flock, the days of the flock, the days of Israel are innumerable. We must understand that, Israel. We must understand how to operate in the flock mentality.
That's right.
Give me Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. Matthew 15, verse 24. When you get that, brother, read that.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Truly understanding that we are sheep, that we operate in the flock.
That's right.
Now it's just time to hear the voice.
That's right. Yeah.
Time to hear the voice of the shepherd of our souls.
That's right.
Our overseer. Our guide. Understand that we are sheep of the pasture. that we move as a flock.
That's right.
It's time to take heed to the shepherd.
That's right.
Time to take heed. But this is a problem in the herd. Give me Philippians chapter 2, verse 21. Philippians chapter 2, verse 21. Read this up.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 21. For all seek their own.
For all do what?
For all seek their own.
Read.
Not the things which are Christ.
And not the things which are Christ. Everyone seeks their own and not the things which are Christ. We all know the law of Christ is to bear you one another's burdens.
That's right.
So what is it? What is the depiction of the herd seeking after their own? Give me this first video. When a sheep seeks his own, when a member of the herd seeks his own, how does that look? Play. Get loud. Look at the flock right there. Brother, pause it. When a problem arises and everybody seek their own, everybody go about their way, worry about self. Bring it up. One problem could cause everybody to worry about self.
That's right.
Somebody get out the spirit. Somebody worried about self.
Bring it out.
Your brother and sister, they fall. People begin to worry about self.
That's right.
Read that again.
Verse 21. For all seek their own.
Everybody seek their own. Read.
Not the things which are Christ.
Not trying to bear the burdens of their brother and sister. Stand and strengthen their brother and sister. And this is how it looks. Play on. We don't just let our sister get devoured. We don't just let our brother get devoured. Nobody calls checking on their brother. Nobody calls checking on their sister.
Bring it up.
To see about them. To make sure they safe. To make sure they survive. Everybody seeks their own. Read that again.
Verse 21. For all seek their own.
That's how it is when everybody seek their own. The flock, the sheep, the herd will leave one and get devoured by the wolves. Give me 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. We must regain a flock mentality. For we are the lost sheep.
That's right.
When it's time to come back home to our shepherd amongst the flock. Read this.
2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Read.
For men shall be lovers of their own self.
Perilous times gonna come because people worried about self.
That's right.
Dangerous times is gonna come because everybody worried about self.
That's right. Out.
A predator arises, everybody worried about self. It's getting dangerous.
That's right. That's right.
It's getting dangerous. But let's see. When the sheep operate as Christ. Give me Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. When you get there, brother, read that.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
Bearing ye one another's burdens, so fulfilling the law of Christ. Bearing ye one another's burdens. Give me Romans chapter 15. Romans chapter 15. First principle of dwelling in the flock. Understanding the law of Christ. Bearing ye one another's burdens. Brother strengthening his brother up. Sister strengthening her sister up. Read this.
Romans 15 and 1. We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the
You
weak.
strong in the Most High Son. You bear the infirmities of the weak. You bear it. Read.
And not to please ourselves.
You do not please yourself. Truly understanding the flock mentality. Truly understanding that we are lost sheep.
That's right.
You must understand that it's the strong that bear the infirmities of the weak.
That's right.
Not to please yourself. Read on.
Let every one of us please his neighbor, for his good is edification.
Read.
For even Christ pleases not
Even
himself,
Christ pleased not himself. Read on.
but as it is written, the reproaches of them that reproach thee fell on me.
It did what?
Fell on me.
Let's show you how when a flock comes back to their flock mentality. Everybody bearing these burdens, bearing each other's infirmities, bearing there for one another. Let's see how it looks. Wait. Pause it. You got light. On one, look at the other end. One of our brothers and our sisters getting succumbed by sin.
Bring it out.
They going through a situation in the world.
Bring it out.
Flat tire. Sister got smoking problems. Brew ain't getting no love out there.
Bring it out.
Nobody cares about somebody. But what does a sheep do that's in the spirit? When the herd is in the spirit, how do we act when one of our brothers and our sisters fall?
Bring it out.
Play it.
All Lord, can like a mass shooting upon you, just draw those lines. Completely with that bull.
We come and we see about our brother.
That's right.
Bull look like.
We come and see about our brother.
That's right.
Truly having that flock mentality, you gonna come and see about your sister.
That's right.
Having a flock mentality, it suspends your individual reasoning for the well-being of your brother and your sister.
That's right.
It's time to suspend our own individual understanding. Because surely our understanding profit us not.
That's right.
Surely our understanding profit us nothing. Play it on. Play that video. From restart. Let me get it again.
Like a mass shooting upon you, just.
Look at our brother now. Look at him. Pause that. Think about what it being one of your brothers and your sisters falling back into sin.
Bring it out.
Weak in the spirit. Need help. Just need a phone call. They need just a courtesy call to check on them. Brother and sister feeling down and out. But we truly regain that flock mentality. Play on. The whole herd's gonna come to the rescue. That's right.
Completely with that bull. The bull looked like he was too bad he needed to get up. He stayed down for a long time. The others were licking him and warning him.
They were what? Licking him, checking on him.
Bring it out.
Surely the lost sheep of the house of Israel must regain a flock mentality.
That's right.
That's all I want on that. Surely we must regain a flock mentality. Where does it start? Starts in a man's mind. Give me Sirach, chapter 27, verse 5. Sirach, chapter 27, and verse 5. Read this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 5. The furnace proveth the potter's vessel.
Understand that each and every one of us will be tried through the fire. But what does that really mean? What does it really mean to be tried in the fire? Read.
So the trial of man is in his reasoning.
A trial of man is his reasoning. How he thinks. How he reacts. How do you react when your brother and sister going through it?
Bring it out.
Do you act as an individual? Or do you act as Christ? Ready to bear their burdens?
Bring it out.
Bearing the infirmities of the weak. Read that again.
The furnace proveth the potter's vessel.
Understand, we all say that we got to get tried to the fire, but what does that truly mean to be tried to the fire? Read.
So the trial of man is in his reason.
The trial of man is in his reason.
That's right.
And I know some people calling out there, man. When you go back to nature, well, we not animals. We not animals. That's absolutely correct. Well, as it is written, we are worse than animals. We are worse than beasts.
That's right.
Give me Ecclesiastes 3 and 18.
Bring it out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. You know you got people some out there, well, we're not animals. You're right. We worse. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of man.
I said in my heart concerning the estate of the Son of Man, concerning the estate of the nation, concerning the estate of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read.
That God might manifest in them, and that they might see that they have themselves are beast.
What does God call us?
Beast.
What does God call us?
Beast.
We are no better than a beast.
Bring it out.
In fact, we are worse than beasts. Let me know when you ever see an ant of the same color ride on his own ant for no reason.
Bring it out.
When will you ever see a zebra just wake up and want to kill his own neighbor?
Bring it out.
We are worse than beasts.
That's right.
I've never seen an ant try to kill his own ant because he carrying a bigger seed.
Bring it out.
Because he carrying a bigger leaf.
Teach.
But as son of man, what we tend to do when we go astray, we devour one another.
That's right.
We devour one another. And you remember the days of old, go to Esau and Jacob, Cain and Abel.
Bring it out.
Joseph and his brothers.
Bring it out.
Ain't nothing under the sun, Israel. Nothing. But there's one thing that we must understand. Read that again.
I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men.
Concerning the estate of the Israelites worldwide. Read.
That God might manifest them. That they might see that they themselves are beasts.
That we ourselves are beasts.
Bring it out.
We are beasts.
That's right.
Nobody wants to talk about the thoughts he had yesterday.
Oh, bring it out. Teach.
Nobody want to speak on their mind, the sickness of our mind.
Teach. Bring it out.
Our beast-like characteristics. Read on.
For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Every one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they that all one breathe, so that a man have no
preeminence
above a beast.
Read.
For all is
vanity. No man got preeminence of no beast. Scripture say no man has preeminence of a beast, for all is vanity. Read verse 18 again. I don't think they felt that.
Verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God may manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
And God calls us beasts. You know how bad we do each other, man. You know. But again, we think we just fixed it outwardly, and then the inner animal characteristics just covered up. We operate as brute beasts.
Yeah.
No empathy, no compassion, no mercy towards one another. Our sons right now in their current state fantasize about how they can shoot down his own brother.
Bring it out.
How he can sleep with his own brother's wife.
Bring it out.
Our sisters fantasize about being whores. Surely we are worse than beasts. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 13 verse 1. Surely we are beasts. Surely the Son of Man hath no preeminence above beast. Read this.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of God.
We need Christ, because surely we are vain by nature. We are beasts by nature. Read.
And could not out of the good things that are seen know him, that is.
Read on.
Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
Neither by considering his works did they acknowledge the workmaster. We have no knowledge of workmanship, how things truly work. No knowledge. All we do is know how to destroy instead of build. Israel is imperative that we regain a flock mentality.
That's right.
For surely we're the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right.
And what are the benefits of a flock? It ensures protection.
That's right.
It ensures survival. It ensures food and resources. It ensures that our youth are raised and protected.
That's right.
And everybody has their best interest at heart, and that is just to survive.
That's right.
That is just to survive and live. Don't you want life?
Bring it up.
Again, Proverbs 6 and 4. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 4. Read this.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 4. Give not sleep to thine eyes.
Proverbs. Matter of fact, read that again. Read from the top.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 4. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids.
Yeah, some of us do. Sitting back, sleep, slumber, slothfulness. Read.
Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler.
Scripture telling you each individual sheep got to deliver themselves.
Bring it out.
And you do that through love.
That's right.
Oh, charity never faileth.
Bring it out.
Above all things, have fervent charity.
That's right.
But read.
Go to the end, thou
The
sluggard.
scripture tells us to go to nature, to go to the ant. You want answers, to how to succeed, to how to build, to how to thrive. It tells us to go to the ant.
That's right.
And why do we go to the ant? Read.
Consider her ways and be wise.
Because the ant is wise.
That's right.
The ant is wise.
That's right.
Read.
Which having no God, overseer or rule, provided them meat in the summer, and gathered their food in the harvest.
And gather her food in the harvest. The reason why the ants are so wise is this. Put the ants. Let's give them the ants.
Bring it out.
Everybody got their hands to the plow.
That's right.
Working, playing a part. Nobody worrying about the next brother. Nobody worrying about the next sister. Everybody playing a part.
That's right.
Protecting one another. Truly love workers, no ill will. There is no ill will there. Everybody on one accord, on the same page, to protect each other and to make sure that each other have shelter and to make sure that each other have food. Everybody working. Everybody playing a part. But see, Israel, we'll overlook these things. We'll overlook charity.
Bring it out.
We'll overlook respect, concern, and love. We'll overlook it. That's all I want on that. That's all I want. Now that we understand that we are sheep, we are lost sheep that must regain our flock mentality. The last thing is to hearken to the shepherd.
That's right.
Surely the shepherd guides to protect the sheep.
That's right.
Give me John chapter 10, verse 7. John chapter 10, verse 7. Read this.
John chapter 10 and verse 7. Then said Christ unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
Christ guides us. Nothing else can guide us. Nothing else can protect us but Christ. If so, if you got anything else, name it.
Bring it out.
And what has it done?
Bring it out.
We have been in this situation since I can remember.
Bring it out.
Since I've been born.
That's right.
Read that again.
Then said Christ unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves,
what?
Thieves
Read.
and robbers.
Read.
But the sheep did not hear them.
Understand everything that became before was just thieves and robbers, Israel. Everything that came before just wanted our soul, wanted our mind, wanted our time,
right.
wanted our energy, wanted our knowledge, wanted our organs. Give me Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 22. Read this.
Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 22. Therefore I will save my flock.
Understanding this, where we come to Christ, He's going to save us.
That's right.
He offers us safety.
That's right.
Surely we need a Savior, Israel, because we are not right. We are not right. We're not right in the minds, man. Surely we need a Savior because we're not right in the mind. Surely we need a Savior to protect us from ourselves.
Bring it out.
We do.
That's right. That's right.
We do. Read that again.
Therefore, I will save my flock, and they shall no more be a prey.
Read.
And I will judge between cattle and cattle.
That's all I want. Give me Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Just trying to show the nation. So we are just lost sheep. And it's time to return to the flock. It's time to regain our flock mentality. Read this.
Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor.
Calling all the sheep to come unto him. Listen to the voice of the shepherd. Read that again.
Come unto me, all ye that
All
labor.
of us laboring.
Bring it out.
We all labor day in, day out.
That's right.
Come on to Christ. That's all we got to do next.
That's right.
Read.
And are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your
We're
souls.
going to find rest. The shepherd's offering us rest. How long have you been trekking, man? Give me John chapter 8, verse 47. Read this.
John chapter 8 and verse 47. He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God.
We're not, for one, not to regain this flock mentality cannot be a God, because so this is the characteristic we be distributing. Give me John chapter 10, verse 27. Read this.
John chapter 10 and verse 27. My sheep hear my voice,
Understand his true sheep gonna hear his voice. Read on.
and I know them,
Read.
and they follow me.
And we do what?
And they follow
And we
me.
do what?
And they follow
We
me.
follow our shepherd. Read on.
And I give unto them eternal life.
Read.
And they shall never perish.
And it said what?
Never
And it
perish.
said what?
Never perish.
Never perish.
That's right.
Never perish.
That's right.
And the reason why the ant is found wise, a herd, a flock is found wise, because they understand it's basic. Give me John 15:13. They understand the greatest love one can have instinctively. Read.
John 15 verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his
Greater
friends.
love have no man in this. They lay down his life for his friend. Look at the flock. Look at the herd. Consider the ant.
Bring it out.
Consider the bee. Everyone ready to lay down his life for each other. Everyone ready to lay down his life for each other.
That's right.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
That's right.
Give me Galatians 6 and 2. Read this.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
So not only are we supposed to lay down our lives for each other, we bear one another's burdens.
Right.
Give me Sirach chapter 29 verse 1. The ant lays down his life for his neighbor. He bears the burden of his neighbor, the colony. Read.
Sirach chapter 29 and verse 1. He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, and he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments.
They truly merciful towards one another, lending their time, lending their energy, their resources, their lives unto his neighbor. And he that strengtheneth his hand keep the commandments.
That's right.
Everybody strengthening each other's hand, having each other's best interests at heart.
Bring it
Give me
out.
Galatians chapter 5 verse 14. What are we put here to do, Israel? To debate. Read this.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But if ye bite and devour one
But
another,
instead of loving one another, man, we rather bite and devour one another, man.
bring it out.
Instead of taking on a flock mentality, we take on the reason of an individual.
Bring it out.
Give me James chapter 2 verse 8. Read this out.
James chapter 2 and verse 8. If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Simple, Israel, simple.
That's right.
This is what we was put here to do. Israel, we say we supposed to keep the laws back to the kingdom of Israel. Simple. Just love your brother as thyself.
That's right.
Why do we get lost in knowledge, in prophecies, in tongues?
Bring it out.
Never forget what never fails. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Lay hold on to what never fails. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8.
1 Corinthians.
Start at verse 1.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1. Do I speak with the tongues of men?
You got a lot of people out there in Israel, precept game immaculate. A lot of brothers out there can talk real good. You got a lot of brothers and sisters out there that's real good with their words. But read.
And of angels.
Read it top again.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity.
And have not what?
Charity.
What good is it for a person to speak good? To present himself good when he don't truly care about his brother and sister.
Bring it out.
When he don't truly respect his brother or sister.
Bring it out.
When he's truly not concerned about his brother and sister. Read.
I am become as sounding brass, or a tinkling cymbal.
You went from a living soul to nothing. Read on.
And though I have the gift of
You got a
prophecy.
lot of people out there with the gift of prophecies. Everybody wants to show the knowledge that they have. Read.
And understand all mysteries.
Brothers, all they want to do is get lost in the mysteries, different books. Read.
And all knowledge.
And all this knowledge, but read.
And though I have all faith.
Everybody got plenty of faith. They believe. But read.
So that I can remove mountains. And I have not charity.
But if you have not charity, respect, concern, and love for your brother, respect, concern, and love for your sister, read.
I am nothing.
You are nothing. Jump down to verse 8.
Verse 8. Charity never fails.
The only thing that never fails with Israel is our charity, respect, and concern. Charity is what the ants have. Charity is what our herd have.
right.
Respect, concern, and love for one another. Read it from the top again.
Charity never fails.
That will never fail. Read.
But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail.
Brothers and sisters, we all lost in prophecies, man.
Bring it
They
out.
worried about the World War III.
Bring it out.
Worried about the chariot. It profits not
That's right. That's right.
if you don't love. Read.
Whether there be tongues,
Everybody in their own perspectives. Read.
they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
Jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three. But the greatest of these is charity.
We all have faith, hope, and charity, but the greatest thing that a person can have, characteristics that one can have, is that charity.
That's right. That's right.
Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 14. Read this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 and verse 14. Love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation.
Read.
Every beast loveth his life.
Every beast loveth his light. Look around, go outside. You're going to see the ants with the ants.
That's right.
The flies with the flies. The birds consorting with the birds of their species.
That's right.
Playing upon tables. Read that again.
Love
Verse 15.
Verse 15. Every beast love his light.
Read.
Every man loveth his neighbor.
Every beast loveth his light, and every man loveth his light. Where the love at?
Bring it out.
The ant got love for his fellow ant. How come an Israelite ain't got love for his fellow Israelite?
Bring it out.
But it's going to go deep. Read that one more time.
Every beast loveth his light, and every man loveth his neighbor.
Read.
All flesh consorted according to kind.
It's basic. Talking, telling you about the laws of attraction.
Bring it out. Bring it.
All flesh consorted to its kind. Whatever tilt, whatever vibration, whatever frequency that you want, you are going to surround yourself naturally with the people that's on the same tilt.
Bring it out.
Read.
And a man will cleave to his light.
And a man will cleave unto the same like spirit.
That's right.
Understand that, Israel. A person in the Spirit of Christ is going to find this way to surround himself with brothers in the Spirit of Christ.
That's right.
The brother with the Spirit of Cain is going to be surrounded with brothers in the Spirit of Cain. Those are the basic laws of attraction, Israel.
That's right.
Let God be true and every man a lie.
That's right.
Read that one more time for them again in verse 15.
Verse 15. Every beast loveth his life, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorted according to kind, and a man will cleave to his life.
Whatever spirit that a man has, naturally, he's going to surround himself with people with the same spirit.
That's right.
These are things we must understand, Israel. We have been just lost sheep being led astray.
That's right.
Surely we destroyed for lack of knowledge. Surely we destroyed. But Israel, it's time for us to regain our strength back into the Lord.
That's right.
To lean on our shepherd once again.
That's right.
Because our shepherd promised to save us, Israel. But we must do our part as well. What fulfills the law of our shepherd? All he asks is that we bear ye one another's burdens. That's it, and that's all, Israel. Love, respect, and concern, it will never fail. But knowledge will fail between us. Prophecies will fail between us. Tongues will fail between us.
That's right.
Only thing that will never fail between us, Israel, is pure charity.
That's right.
Unfeigned love for the brethren. Unfeigned love for the brethren. Give me the first two videos again, and we out.
Break it out.
There's a lot of fake love going around. One may say that he loved you, that he's here for you, that he wants to see you succeed, that he has your best interests at heart. But as soon as a problem arises, play on. Everybody go their own way and seek their own, man. Leaving their brother and their sister behind. Leaving your brother and your sister behind. Saving your own ass. Being a lover of self. Give me the second video. How is it when Israel take on the Spirit of Christ? Bearing ye one another's burdens.
That's
the
right.
Strong bearing their infirmities of the weak. How does that look? Look at our brother getting consumed. Out there in the wilderness getting consumed. By sin, getting consumed. Play on.
He was trying to keep him quiet, so I think it was a little too late as the herd returned.
Look how his brother pulled up on his brother. Look how our sister's supposed to pull up about her sister.
That's right.
And that is what we lack, Israel. Do not forget what's the only one thing that's going to make us right with God again. Give me Proverbs chapter 10, verse 12. Read this.
Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 12.
Read.
Hatred stirred up strifes, but love covered all
It's going to be
sins.
that love for your brother and your sister that's going to cover up your sins.
That's right.
Not the shirt that you got on. Not the clothes that you got on, not the meat that you got on, not the garment that you got on. It's love that covers all sins.
That's right.
Give me 1 Peter 4:8. Read that.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. And above all things, have fervent charity
Have fervent respect concerning love. Read.
among yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
It's charity. It's charity that cover up the multitude of sins, Israel. In the short time that you do got, you better be doing your damnedest to love your brother and your sister.
That's right.